I think we really need to have a real conversation about Jenny from Forrest Gump. A lot of people say that Jenny's a villain, right? There's a lot of clips online about Jenny being a villain, right? And I believe somebody can be a villain, but somebody can also have layers to them, right? And I think that Jenny was not just a villain. She had layers to her, you know?
I want to apologize for anything that I ever did to you because I was messed up for a long time. And
she wasn't set up in a way to where she could win. I had one friend like a long, long time ago, right? Who was raised by her father. You know, her mother had died at an early age, kind of similar to Jenny, right? At a very early age. So her father was raising her and her sisters. She had one little brother though. And that man was doing what Jenny's dad was doing to his daughter, you know? And that kind of thing is like, it really stands, you know, sticks to a child, you know? Because it's like betrayal in like a whole nother way. The person that's set to protect you, take care of you, to guide you, for them to do something like that to you is like a next level of betrayal. You know, it's worse than having your parents steal from you. You know what I'm saying? But it's a sense of stealing because they're robbing you of your youth. They're robbing you of your innocence. They're robbing you of all these different things. And it really messes with you when you can't, like, who can you trust in the world if the person that's supposed to hold your innocence the most strongest is doing things to put you in harm's way? You know, I'm trying to say a lot without saying too much. So I think that Jenny acting the way in which she did is understandable because of what happened to her. And then she went to go live in a trailer with her grandma, and I don't even think that that was positive. You know, who's to say maybe the grandma was abusive, maybe the grandma was on, you know, drugs, maybe the grandma was, you know what I'm saying, the father's mom instead of the mother's mom. And even if it was the mother's mom, they didn't have much, and for the mom to have chose that kind of man, she was probably getting, you know, physically abused when she was alive. You know what I'm saying? Because for him to lean on drinking and being abusive and all of that to his girls and harming them, I'm saying there's a lot going on with Jenny. She just wasn't just in and out of Forrest's life. Or
hi, Forrest. I know you just got back from Vietnam and you love me, but I'm gonna go run a train with this group of Black Panthers I just met.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. I know you came all this way to New York to visit me, but I'm gonna go do blow and have sex with a bunch of stockbrokers.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. Now that I have the most contagious and incurable disease known to mankind, I'll finally have pity sex with you.
Okay, Jenny. And I'll mow the grass and raise the AIDS.
doing the things that she did. Everybody wants to, you know, victimize or villainize her because a woman just can't, you know? A woman just can't. But he really went through a lot, but he chose Jenny over and over again, and she just did not understand why was he choosing her. I am broken. I am a victim of SA. I've been through so much. I'm less than. I'm not, you know, what you're, as much of you have your intellectual disabilities, I am still not even on your level. You know what I'm saying? For you to even consider me, she couldn't understand the concept of even being considered. And I think that's why she acted the way she did, or things affected her that way, or she just could not be around him because there was just so much love coming from him that she just...
Worry about me. Just stay a little longer.
For some reason, Jenny didn't ever want to go home.
Okay, Jenny, I'll stay.
She was my most special friend. My only friend.
It was innocent love. It was beautiful love. It was the love that her dad should have gave her. You know what I'm saying? The love other family members probably should have given her. She just could not stay in it because it made her feel vulnerable. She did not know what was going to happen. And people like to go towards things that feel comfortable to them. Some people might say it's dysfunction. You go close to dysfunction if that's comfortable. I'd rather the devil that I know than the angel that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You rather go through or be around circumstances and situations that feel normal to you versus the idea of you being around something that may be harmful or you not knowing it's harmful and still, embarking in that journey. There's a lot of fear that comes with being around the unknown. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I think she was scared. Honestly, I think she was scared. She didn't trust Forrest. She didn't trust what would happen. She didn't trust him. She didn't know if he was safe. She, you know what I'm saying? She was scared.
Sometimes I guess there just aren't enough rocks. I never really knew why she came back, but I didn't care. It was like olden times. We was like peas and carrots again. Every day, I'd pick pretty flowers and put them in a room for her. And she gave me the best gift anyone could ever get in the wide world.
Just running.
And she even showed me how to dance. And well, we was like family, Jenny and me. And it was the happiest time of my life.
Really, really scared of that entire situation. You know, and I think that that's what happened while she was in and out of his life and all of that, and her catching that, sickness or whatever, it was a product of a lot of the bad choices that she made being in survival mode. She tried to keep him away, but he was a friend, and she was just living life, and he was her friend, and they was experiencing these different things together. I think she wanted to love him. She just didn't have it in her to love him because she didn't love herself. She wanted to be with him. She wanted to care about him. She loved that he loved her, valued her that much. It was always a safe place you can go back to, but she just could not be with him.
I'll take care of you if you're sick.
Would you marry me, Forrest?
Okay.
Forrest, it's time to start. Hi. You're tired.
You, Forrest, take Jenny to be your wife. You, Jenny, take Forrest to be your husband. If so, I pronounce you man and wife.
Because she didn't know, it was the unknown and the insecurity in that, in my humble opinion. Jenny was just not just some crazy villain or whatever, a lot of things happened to Jenny, and we have to give her grace because of that. She just didn't just show up and all of that. Y'all expect her to go through all that horrific stuff, horrible childhood, and still be a wonderful person for us, and great, just wonderful, amazing person for us, and da 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 da. And that's not realistic. She told him about his baby, I would say, because they started preschool together. That was kindergarten, his first day of school, kindergarten. He went with Forrest, so the baby Forrest. So I think that it had to be under 5. So she probably introduced him to his son at 4. And you gotta remember, he was doing that running, so she didn't know where he was. You know what I'm saying? Give her grace on that. And honestly, she had to get herself together. So the fact that Forrest found his son in safe place, she had an apartment, she got her life together, she stopped doing drugs. She was that's even a win. Because she could have been in some house. Her son could have been going through the same thing that she went through as a child with this, a strange man. You don't know. The fact that she was secure, got an apartment, working as a waitress, taking care of that baby, even up until the child's even 4. In my opinion, the child was 4. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no years, maybe 3 years, 4 years tops, But I think we got to give her grace. She did the best that she could with what she had, And unfortunately,